Welcome back to another instalment of New Zealand's Bird of the Week, where in this video I will be talking about the Chatham Island bellbirds, birds that differ greatly from their mainland relatives, both in colour and in size. I hope you enjoy. Chatham Island bellbirds were medium-sized olive green honey eaters that had short and decurved bills, alongside a range of other features that made them pretty different from their mainland relatives. They were 10% larger overall, with them having particularly long wings and legs. Their head colour was also darker and tended to be a more dark, steel blue, rather than the violets of mainland birds. Their iris colour also differed in that Chatham Island birds had a bright yellow one, quite the difference when compared to the light reds of their relatives. Their song was said to be similar to mainland bellbird song, with them being noted to be overall louder and somewhat less musical, although this was challenged by some accounts, which consider their song to be both richer and fuller, although this could well be down to varying preferences. The little information known on their breeding is contradictory, as some reported that the breeding commenced in October and continued into the summer, whereas some gave the breeding season as August through October exclusively. An immature bird collected between May and July 1840 was however found to be already molting into adult plumage, and the early timing of the molt better supports the August through October season. Their nests were very much larger than mainland bellbirds, with the largest being known to be about 8 inches by 7 inches, or around 20 centimetres. Their composition was mainly that of dry narrow grasses bent in a circular form, with the outer wall of the structure being strengthened by an admixture of fibrous twigs. Their clutches were typically 3 pink eggs, which had reddish-brown splotches. The little we know on their behaviour can be inferred both from living bellbirds and from accounts that they indeed behaved similarly, meaning that they would have likely been territorial while breeding, while also leaving said territories to feed at nearby sources of concentrated foods such as nectar. They were formerly found in native forests around the islands in the Chatham group, although became increasingly rare to absent around human settlements by the 1800s, being extirpated by the rising populations of introduced mammals like feral cats and rats, with their collection for museum specimens not helping given their population was likely an already small one over such small regions of land. They were last observed in 1906 on Little Mangere Island, with their population likely being finished off by some sort of disease, since there was a sudden population drop observed before the onset of other previously mentioned disturbances. Overall, an especially sad loss given that they were an endemic honey eater to the Chathams, and being among the few of their kinds to go extinct, although thankfully their smaller, more common mainland relatives are still singing away, and this will hopefully continue if we continue to put in the effort required to protect both them and their habitats. And with that, I thank you for watching this instalment of New Zealand's Bird of the Week. For next time, you are now able to vote for the tui, raucous and brightly coloured songbirds that have among the most complicated and astounding songs of any bird in the country. With that, I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.